name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
We're on to race number 8, which is the lucky last. Hollywoodbets Bright Future MR68 handicap over 1,400 meters. It will jump at 1640, and we hope that by this time you are standing in all your exotics and you will be watching race 8 with great anticipation. Now, this is a very, very open race on the card, not easy to assess, but I do have a value selection. It's not a strong selection, Graham, but it's in the form of number 9, Action Stations, who's been very, very consistent. Now, this is a 3-year-old carrying 57, and the apprentice takes the 2.5 kgs off. The last run finished 3.75 lengths behind Paris Pike. Excuse me, that was obviously on the turf. Now, the 2 runs prior to that was absolute good runs on the poly track, and this horse is capable of leading. And when I studied this field, you know, if this horse can ping the gates, he could be able to cross them and get to the front. And this apprentice is riding exceptionally well. And around about 10-1, this could be the value in the race for me.
Absolutely. Action Stations has got enough form to suggest that at 10-1 it could be an attractive each-way proposition. Giambattista is drawn further out, is drawn in gate 12, has all the form coming into the race, but the draw could be tricky. I've narrowed this down. You know, I play a number of perms, a number of jackpot 2 perms, a number of pick 6 perms, and generally in my main perm I try to be as aggressive as possible to get as high a percentage as possible, and then smaller perms with lesser or bigger perms with lesser percentages to cover. So I'm going to play this last leg a little aggressively. My play does not include number 9 Action Stations, but I respect your assessment of the race, and I wouldn't be surprised. Action Stations would be in my cover perms, but my top 3 horses in the race are number 2 Quizmaster, number 4 Fiery Duke, and number 5 Pedro. So in my main pick 6 permutations, those are the 3 I'll be going with. On past form, there's pretty much nothing to choose between Quizmaster and Fiery Duke. And I like the way that Pedro is slowly coming back to its best form, off a competitive mark of 60. So Pedro forms part of my A list. I normally have A lists and B lists and C lists. So my A list in this last race is definitely numbers 2, 4, and 5. Action Stations would certainly form part of my B list, along with the recent winner, number 11, Lulu the Legend, who may yet have scope for a lot of improvement. And of course, Wendy Whitehead's Giambattista, that's drawn out very wide. Fever, you can never ignore. He's in pretty good form at the moment. He's a grand old campaigner. He's having his 49th start, but he knows how to win. He's won 5 races. So obviously Fever also comes into the play a little bit. But I respect your selection, Action Stations. But my A-list is numbers 2 Quizmaster, 4 Fiery Duke, and 5 Pedro. Cape Town Affair, number 1, 8 Fever, 9 Action Stations, 11 Lulu the Legend, and 12 Giambattista would be my secondary list.
There you've heard our analysis of race number 8. Graham likes all of numbers 2, 4, and 5 for the exotics. I'll be including those numbers, and my value bet for the day could be in the form of number 9 Action Stations at around about 10-1. This horse has dropped in the ratings, is racing off a 71. He's got the apprentice aboard, taking the 2.5 kgs aboard, and I'm hoping number 9 Action Stations can do it for me.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, you know, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.